If you're going through a breakup, then you should definitely watch this video. I'm going to go over a couple of things that you should really give a thought to while going through your breakup and how this is going to make it easier on you. Hello and welcome back. My name is Valentina. On this channel, we talk about wellness, physical health, mental health, entrepreneurship, motherhood, you name it. Whatever topic you choose, leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to make a video about it. So here is number one thing to think about if you are going through a breakup with someone. Because that person is out of your life forever, you think that you are going to suffer for the rest of your life. But the way I see it and the way you should see it is we are actually not meant to meet just one person. There isn't just one person for you. So if you are going through a breakup, you will meet someone else. It's not just one person per lifetime. That would have been pretty sad, to be honest. You will find someone eventually, because we're not meant to be by ourselves. We are meant to be coupled. You will learn from this heartbreak how to actually choose better next time, but you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be left alone. There are so many things that you can learn from a breakup. Life is giving you a chance to overlook yourself, to overlook the whole situation, your life, who you are with. So by giving you this opportunity, you should really take it and embrace it and invest all of that energy that you invested in loving someone else. You know, you can move mountains if you put the same amount of effort and intention towards yourself. Number one thing that you should really question yourself is, are you changing your personality for this person? Are you seeing yourself having children with this person? Are you actually comfortable and happy with the way that person makes you feel? At least I am, and I'm hoping you are a very realistic person. So if I know and if I feel that something is off, and if you feel that something is off, you should really be very clear about it and take it down. I truly believe that by writing down the pluses, the minuses, it's so good analyzing every particular situation that you can in order to actually learn about yourself. A few years down the line, you will be grateful for this breakup. You know, when we are forced out of our comfort zone, we grow. So you will grow as a person. And by being alone for some time, which I really encourage you to do 100%. There is no necessity to jump from one relationship to another. You can take a break, you can take a celibate year and just concentrate on yourself. And by doing that, you are going to grow into a different person, and that different person is going to attract a better partner. In order to attract a good partner, you got to be good. There's no other way around it. Pick up a new hobby and get busy. You shouldn't have any time on your hands. This is the time to just dedicate to yourself. So take those classes, go do yoga, go hiking, do something. Just don't dwell and sit and look over pictures and messages and all of that. So the busier you get, the less of a chance you're gonna have to interact with anyone, which is a good thing, you know, because I do feel like when two people break up, it's like two unions break up. Friends take sides, parents take sides. It's never an easy situation to be in. So if you want to take a step back and not talk to either sides, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly acceptable. That should be encouraged. You are upset about a potential future. The key word being potential. Potentially we would have been happy. Potentially we would have had children. Everything is very hypothetical. So maybe you are just missing the bigger picture. You need to kind of zoom out and look from the outside. The reality is maybe life was throwing at you those little hints for the last couple of years, telling you that this is not the person for you. This is not the situation you should be in. And you were just ignoring it. So delete that perfect image of being in a couple, being in a relationship, and see a little bit the actual reality. Why did you break up? There must be like a good reason for it, 100%. Analyze it with your partner, even if you are mature enough to do it, which I truly believe that every relationship should end like this. People should really be honest and open about what actually triggered them, what went wrong, and why they decided to leave a relationship. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to do that, but I'm hoping at some point I will. Whoever I had a bad breakup with, if I can go over a couple of things and just explain to me, what did I do wrong? I want to know, so I don't do the mistakes again. If you had a plan for the future, you should still stick to that plan. If you can go back to school, you should still stick to your plans. Nothing should shatter the plans that relate to you. No relationship, nothing basically. So you should be your own self-priority. In any kind of breakup, besides looking at all of the negative and dwelling, you should look at some of the positive sides. You get to be on your own. You get to make your own decisions. Well, I'm sure if you are in a partnership, you probably got to make your own decisions. But generally, it's gonna give you such a view on your life, on what you can do with so much time and so much freedom. And, the world is your oyster. Maybe you miss the security and you miss the safety of being in a relationship with someone. And we are kind of preconditioned, and it's a normal trait for women to feel that way when there's no man or partner in the house. Men are a little bit different when it comes to that. I'm talking from a woman's perspective. Most women talk about after going through a breakup is they miss the safety. I read an article about it, I'm gonna link it down below, which explains that generally it's because this is how we were raised. Safety always came in a package. We could never feel safe on our own. It was always with someone. But if you look at a bigger picture and you realize that, it is the 21st century and everything is aimed at people feeling safe. So you not feeling safe just because there is no partner in a house, it's probably a much deeper issue. So you shouldn't feel unsafe even when you are on your own. The state of your mind and your soul before you got into a relationship is going to tell a lot about the relationship, whether or not it's going to last, whether or not you are going to, live until you die together. So you should really work on yourself before you get into any other future relationships. It made such a huge difference, at least for me, because I have been by myself for the last 2.5 years, and I had a good reason. But besides that, it really opened up my eyes to so many things, that I worked on myself in order to be a better partner in any relationships that might come my way. So by learning about yourself, you are going to become that much better at relationships and at breakups, and you will always accept some criticism from your partner, and you will be okay with that because you are emotionally and mentally mature person. Anyways, if you need a distraction after going through or while going through a breakup, let that distraction be you. Distract yourself with yourself. Make yourself busy like top to bottom every minute of the day if you can. Make new plans, set up new routines, set up new habits, learn something new. You shouldn't be mourning a person that you broke up with forever. I understand there's certain heartache, there's certain situations where when people break up and it's a tough breakup, but generally a breakup is meant to move you forward. This is a chapter that it's done and it's closed in your life, and the next chapter is going to be so exciting as well, not any less exciting than the previous one, and that chapter is going to be called you. Eventually, this breakup is a tipping point for you. It's going to teach you so much about yourself. Like, why did you have to suffer? All of that is going to come back eventually, and you will understand the lesson. You will definitely understand why you had to go through the breakup and not around it. And you will see next time in the next relationship, you are so going to take baby steps, and you're gonna tiptoe around yourself this time, not around the other person. And you are going to know what you like, what you dislike, because before you know what you like, you need to know what you don't like. And by going through a couple of breakups, it's going to paint a that much clearer picture about who you are as a person and how you are in a relationship. By getting all of that feedback and by going through all of that heartache, you're just gonna get better. You're gonna get better at being yourself. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Please click that like button. Comment if there's a particular topic of anything you would like for me to cover. I will be more than happy to do so. I thank you for your support, and I will see you next time.